You came just in time. The situation is evolving rapidly, and not in a good way. The White Cliff Research Lab has started operating again. We're sure it's Mary. From what I've learned, she's planning on taking a dose of her own medicine, so to speak. That woman is determined to evolve herself into something way more powerful and way more dangerous than we've witnessed so far. She may call it evolution, but I believe she could very well trigger another starfall, total doom for humanity. Yes, indeed it is. I've located her current whereabouts with some help from my friends inside Rosetta. Seems she's about to take her experimentation to a very dangerous level. Beyond gaining unimaginable power, she wants the human race to evolve to a point where it can compete with, even transcend the great ones that devastated our world. Mary has seen the darker side of Rosetta's experimentation firsthand, and yet it only seems to strengthen her resolve. It's imperative that you go to the White Cliff Research Lab and stop her before it's too late. But just so you know, it's under heavy guard by Rosetta security. According to my sources, Mary took a trip to a place called Sunshine Farm recently, one of the old Mayfly strongholds. Mary wouldn't have gone there without a solid reason. But the place is overrun with vultures now. Be ready for a confrontation. Godspeed, Mayfly. Only you can stop this now.
Sunshine Farm. I think I remember this place. I sense that this is where our lives first became intertwined with Mary's. Let's go and see what secrets Mary left behind. The vultures have taken over the farm. We must stay alert. Mary, you need to stop this.
Don't be a coward, Victor. This is how we evolve. This is how we become stronger than them.
Having Rosetta personnel absorbing deviations at the pace and magnitude that they are, we're only attracting more great ones. It's too dangerous.
And what would you suggest we do when they eventually arrive? How do you suppose we defeat them, then? Without my work? No. This is the best way to prepare ourselves. The human race needs to evolve. It needs to become invincible.
This cradle you made will let us survive without losing our humanity.
What do you mean? How is that possible?
Well, this device will let us capture deviations and harness their energy without having to absorb them. It's a better path forward. Different from what the evolutionists inside Rosetta are doing. And we have you to thank for that, Mitsuko.
Come on, guys! We've got a job to do!
Get ready to eat! Getting tired of living?
Mary, stop this now. I will not allow you to hurt Mitsuko.
Mitsuko, You gave DVT-011 a name?
Her name is Mitsuko. She's more human than you are. She's our last hope.
You're right. DVT-011 is our last hope. We must use it, evolve, and reshape the entire world with this. But that kind of power must be placed in the correct hands. Victor, the committee and I are in agreement. You are no longer fit to be in charge of DVT-011. Time to stop this ridiculous play acting. You are relieved of your duties.
I will stop at nothing to stop you, Mary.
Are you really in a position to make threats, Victor? I could crush you in a heartbeat.
That doesn't matter. Not to me. Mary and Victor both tried to lead humanity out of this darkness, and they both failed. But maybe there is another way. Maybe the answer lies with you and Mitsuko. Come on, let's get to the White Cliff Research Lab. It's time to see an old friend, I think.
Your determination to set things right gave me the courage to act. wasn't easy to leave, but it was time to take back what they stole from me, and to stop Mary from destroying us all with her insane plans. Mary and her evolutionists imprisoned me here. It was where they experimented on me, tortured me. I will never forget that. I'll do whatever I can to help. The rest is up to you.
You had potential, Mayfly. We could have changed the world together, you and I. Do you seriously think you can stop me? How silly. If you manage to find me, I will give you one last chance. Give me the girl and join me before it's too late. But first, enjoy this little game I've prepared for you. All units, destroy the intruder. I knew you wouldn't disappoint me, Mayfly. Welcome to the place of my birth. Father, our friend here wants to witness this miracle with us. Can't you show them a little hospitality? Do not disappoint me, Father.
My father has never been a fan of grand displays. Mr. Ames has invested vast sums in this facility, and we must show him that his investment has not gone to waste. That we have something to show from our years of research. Oh, and tell him that the girl is now completely under our control, and that we have no idea of this itself inside this moment, and the girl is ready to be devoured by the next nest. Mr. Ames can leave the girl alive if he wants to. And then, all of Rosetta, all of what's left of humanity, will bow down before us, the evolutionists. This is my gift.
Reactor LD-081 has displayed strong survival instincts even in the test stage. It has already destroyed 5 sibling receptors and absorbed their remains. A process that seems to be very similar to the way a Stardust-infected creature absorbs its original self. I've decided to give LD-081 the codename Mary. Once the incubation phase is complete, she will be given her own personal space and receive comprehensive training and instruction. She must be raised to know her purpose. Just as she devoured her sibling receptors, her purpose will be to seek out the strongest strains among the human race, absorb them, and in doing so, save the rest of humanity. We're also considering allowing her some contact with Nitska. We're close in age, but vastly different in temperament and talent. Allowing the two to meet may well lead to some interesting new findings.
Give it up, Mary. We will never let you succeed.
Is that what you think? That this is a matter of you letting me succeed? With you standing here before me, my plan is already complete. The force of evolution is unstoppable. This time, humanity will reach a higher plane of existence than it has ever known before. But for that, humanity must yield. Including you. Mayfly. Give in, Mayfly. Yield to the tide of evolution. Or be crushed by it.
My search for these marvelous entities never ends. So yes, of course I found a deviation for you. In fact, I have an extremely important one that's worth quite a lot in terms of compensation. What's more, I'll have you know the information was provided by someone extremely reliable and well-respected. But of course, he's standing in front of you. Why are you so surprised? Is it really so incredible for me to have some personal contact with deviations? After all, I am an expert in them. Now, let's get down to business. The location is a bit tricky. It's a Rosetta base found at the Forsaken Monolith. I spent some time there and, well, unfortunately, left a personal item behind. That personal item just so happens to be a deviation. I've always regretted leaving it behind, but I finally resolved to recover it. With your help, of course. Oh, I know. Being at a monolith, carrying around a deviation. I naturally understand how suspicious that all sounds. It's natural for you to have some doubts. But I promise you this. We're friends, not foes. And I'm sure once you go to the Forsaken Monolith and find the item I left behind, you'll understand my honorable intentions. Why don't you go see for yourself? You won't be disappointed. Ah, there you are. Heard what happened to you in Chalk Peak. Nasty bit of business, that. But I have some news might cheer you up. It's like this. I need to know things in order to conduct my research effectively. To do that, I make friends, not unlike I have with you. There's Billy and Barry and Bruce, Vivian, Veronica, Vera, Kareem and Carl. Well, you get the idea. Plenty of contacts, keeping me apprised of things. And before you ask, no, those aren't their real names. My contact, Dickie, says Rosetta's been conducting some sort of field test associated with this meta-deviant program, right here in Red Sands. I figured you'd want to meet up with him, so I arranged a face-to-face. That's the million-dollar question right there. What indeed? How about turning meta-humans into meta-deviants? Really quite industrious. Why let nature have all the fun? Double-edged sword, that proposition. Like a box of chocolates. Never know what you're going to get until it's too late. Heck of a gamble to take, if you ask me. Betray you? Oh, yes, well, I imagine she ultimately saw you as a threat. Wanted to keep you close until she was sure she had a way to eliminate you. After that, it was just a matter of earning your trust until she could lay her trap. Besides making you look foolish, not too much. Unless, of course, you count trying to change the course of human evolution. We? Ah, yes, I see where you're going there. Thing is, I'm happy to just watch and enjoy the spectacle, to be honest. But tell you what, in the spirit of cooperation, I'll share what I know.
Why is it that everyone we run into is so strange? Just once, I'd like to meet someone normal. A fake mayfly from Rosetta, an assassination broker with a TV for a head, a robot with no emotional control. Oh, and of course, Lo, the deviation expert. And yeah, I know I'm a talking bird with amnesia. But still. Looks like an abandoned settlement. Whatever happened here. Hopefully, we can get to the bottom of it.
You must be the mayfly Mr. Lowe told me about. I'm glad you're here. I need your help. Rosetta is what happened. There were troops all over the place and cameras recording all of it. And there was this woman. She was running things, telling people what to do, where to go. A man. No, a thing. Who was once a man, but had been transformed into a monster. This thing would close its eyes and lift its chin, almost as if it were praying. Then it would send out a kind of shockwave that destroyed the building in front of it. One after the other, building after building. It was like nothing I've ever seen. Two locals that live in this area. Rosetta took them, a mother and daughter. They're being held at Rosetta's LEA research laboratory, not too far from here. The girl was exposed to a large dose of stardust while out scavenging. We feared the worst, but after a few days, she didn't show any ill effects. Rosetta must have found out. A man, a Dr. Mannheim, I believe, was there when they took Eve and Kelly away. Mr. Lowe said you'd be able to get them out of there safely. Yes. I'm pretty sure they intend to run experiments on them.
It's not much to look at. No, but a lot has changed since Starfall. Take a look around, I guess. Figure out if this place really is a safe haven. On the way over here, I noticed a building in the center of the island. Let's head there first. Once we're sure this place is safe, we can bring Mitsuko over. This place feels peaceful. I can't sense any stardust, mimetics, anything. It's like we're frozen in time.
Let's start with... Thank you, Meta. Beautiful place. Even the air tastes sweeter. But... how can this be possible? When I'm in this place, I can't feel the flow of time at all. I can't change anything here either. It's not source, it's just... sand. What I mean is that everything here was, at some point, drawn into the vortex of space and time, colliding with each other, crushed into fine sand. That debris drifted here, to this small island. It's the substance of creation, the sands of eternity. Very much so. Any materials from the outside world cannot be used directly here. You need to use astral sand to create. You can make all kinds of things with astral sand. It's easy. Here, let me show you. I'll tell you what. Let's start by fixing this place up. This world is in a constant state of flux, you see. If what we want is astral sand, all we need to do is speed up that process. And now, the transformation. Good work, Meta. I have to say, you're catching on quickly. Astral sand isn't just for construction. On this island, you can also use it to manipulate nature.